Pricing property is one of the toughest and hardest and yet the most important things that has to be done absolutely spot on professionally right from the outset with your property sale if you to avoid some very big traps in real estate. As the market's got tighter, it's become so much more evident that a correctly priced property will sell for substantially more than one that's not correctly priced. A lot of people think that if they put a big price on it, they'll get more money, and nothing could be further from the truth. What do you need to do? Firstly, distance yourself from your property. So as the seller of a home, you need to somehow, I don't know how you do this because some people are so emotionally attached to their property, but somehow you need to treat this like it's somebody you don't even know, go out the front of the home and walk through it as if you're just a buyer, and a buyer is always super critical, and start looking through the eyes of the buyer at your home. And it looks very different, I can tell you. The second thing is that make sure that the real estate agents that you get through are very aware that if they don't tell you the truth and they're not honest about it, that at the end of the process, if they don't sell it, you will be expecting to either not pay any marketing costs or basically put them on notice that they better substantiate any pricing that they give you. Now, by law, as agents, we actually have to do that. Let's take the first example, the easy one, and that is a home where there's in a suburban location where the block sizes are similar, the topography is similar, the demographic of the area is similar, and there's lots of sales. It's a simple process. We go to RP data, and there's different suppliers of data, and we look up all of the street sales, we look up the area sales, we look up within a postcode, we look up style of property sales. Whatever we choose, we can look up whatever criteria that is most important to compare your property with other sales we can look up. That list of properties then we would go through with you, or give them for you to go through, and the best thing to do is to drive around and look at them and try to get the most similar one in the most similar location, most similar style, and see what they've sold for. Don't allow more than 4 or 5% over that sale price or nothing will happen, and put just a slight margin on it for people to make offers if you're going to do private treaty and put the sale price on it. Now let's look at the second category. Very few sales, a unique property, maybe an eastern suburbs mansion, or may not be a mansion, it might be just a hills property with unique features. Often there are no comparable sales, and that gets very much more tricky. And in those instances, we need to rely on gut feeling and instincts, and that is definitely one where I'd suggest you leave the price out of the marketing until you've had 2 to 3 weeks of getting buyers through with good marketing and see what their thoughts are about your property. The mechanical part of this is that we go through with you printouts of all of the past sales that are the most similar to yours. We literally go through them with you. And then on the properties that are competing for your sale if you came on the market, in other words, it's no different to a Mercedes-Benz and a BMW competing for market share, a Holden, a Ford. It's exactly the same thing when you put your house on the market. You're a Holden going against a Ford, or a Mercedes going against a BMW, and people will literally shop exactly like they do with anything else, your home against what else is available. So it's very important to know your competitors, as in your competing properties on the market at the time that you hit the market, because they will also directly influence your sale result. Now, if you're smart about it, you'll see that other property owners will overprice their properties, and you can actually have a win with that, because that will make your property look good value to the person who's looking, and you can get an early sale. The property that's overpriced, make sure it's not yours, actually ends up staying on the market for ages. Then the owners of those properties pay out a big bill for marketing. They get sick of all the inspections. They get so over it. Everyone's uptight in the house because they've had to keep it clean for months. They end up dropping their price, but they've lost all their best buyers, so they've got to drop down to the next level until it's cheap before people are interested again. And that's exactly why pricing is absolutely critical up front.